My beautiful stars, reading time. We are going to do a person on your mind, how you think they feel versus how they really feel. All right, main collective. All right, the person on your mind, what you think they're feeling about this current situation. Okay. We love that card. All right. Oh. Okay, straight off the bat, this collective. I know you've got green light here, but avoidant and breaking free from this person on your mind, you could really think that they're done with this situation, that they're avoiding whatever you guys have got going on right now. They're trying to break free. You could feel that they feel really puppeted to this and they're really trying to detach from the emotion of this. But you could also think, I am hearing, that this person, especially if you know they're kind of, or you believe that they're a little bit controlled by their environment, the influence of others, they could be quite impressionable, especially if you think these people that they're quite impressionable with have a bit of a grievance or an issue here in your connection. So this collective, this is more feeling like a, is it really over kind of question in your mind. I want one more for this green light because that's sticking out a little bit compared to those two. Maybe you're back and forth in your mind. Okay, there could be a detail about pregnancy, but I heard expectation straight away. Maybe you were expecting this, whatever situation you're going through, to have been sorted out by now. So there could be pregnancy, but I think because your expectation hasn't been met with communication, this is what's making you now really question this whole dynamic. You're hot and cold, and you believe that they're hot and cold. Got twin flame at the bottom. Hold on, I want to see how you view this person. I know you've got avoidant here. Hold on a second. It makes sense, you believing that this person feels really hot and cold with this control. This collective, I think there's a part of you that believes this person doesn't want to feel so bound emotionally to whatever dynamic you have going on, which accelerates the hot and cold. Sometimes they crave it, and when they crave it, they try and do anything they can to distract themselves from craving coming forward towards you. There's clearly something very important for the right collective that's being avoided right now. Like, for you to have had an expectation, something should have been sorted out by now, and then this is why you're like, well, they must be over it. You've clearly gone through some form of grievance. And I think more recently for this collective, I will confirm everything though. What is your perspective on this person? You could also believe, I just heard this, that maybe this person is settling down, starting something with someone else as well. Like that they've gotten someone pregnant. I heard that really randomly. That could be another thing that's on your mind. How do you view this Oh. That's not good. So the reason I wanted to see how you see this person, because clearly this collective, you're putting up with some shit. Like, let's be real. You think that they're wanting to avoid this, that they're feeling puppeted with this, that it's really hot and cold in their mind. If they wanted to fix it, they would have already come forward by now, right? So this person's playing heavily on your mind. Now, the reason I wanted to see how you see them as a person, because clearly they must be a good person to put up with this kind of behavior. King of Swords in reverse. That's not the nicest standard. Oh God. Okay. Love you, my angels. You know me. Just rip off the Band-Aid. So in your soul, and don't make it fear. If this is not how you view them, it's just not your reading. Okay. They're flippant. They've got nothing to say. They leave you with unanswered questions. They gossip. You've got 2 cards about kind of really... I'm just seeing maybe you know that this person can be very judgy, very judgmental. They judge people's character. They're quite critical of people's behavior. People that do that to others and put moral evaluations on others and talk about others behind their back, they don't see very nice of themselves. I always say how we treat others, that's how we fill up our own cup. Just side note. But that they're sarcastic, they're cold, they're detached, they're controlling, they're a loose cannon, so very unpredictable kind of energy. You never know what you're going to... And this 8 of Cups. So you think that this person is, if you don't yourself, which clearly this collective, this person's on your mind. So this is not nice energy. Of course, they're going to emotionally unfulfill you. This isn't a fulfilling kind of energy to be around. This could either be you, I've got to move on from this. I have to let go of this. I need to align with things that I know I deserve, right? That could be your outlook. But again, I don't know why you would be watching a reading on them. Maybe you're coming into that transition. You truly believe this does not align with who I am as a person, right? Or you could be seeing, again with this, they're walking away from this. They see me and our connection as emotionally unfulfilling. That's why they treat me X, Y, and Z. Okay? Right, collective, this is how you feel. This is what you think they feel. This, I'm a little bit you and them with this 8 of Cups. I just want one more. Air, water could be important signs. That could be your pairing, or that could be them. They could be a water sign and air sign. Lacks integrity. I didn't even... Well, clearly. But there you do. You definitely think victim mentality. You definitely feel that there's a part of the right collective. You really believe they treat you like this because they care too much. It's better to put distance. It's better to be cold. It's better to act attached than have to reopen this scar again, right? Like you have moments you think this person loses sleep over this day, that they sit in emotional overwhelm, that they would have guilt and regret for what they've done, but they don't want to confront it. So this collective, you've probably put them in the category, they're an avoidant. This is why this all happens. They don't know how to deal with emotion, right? It's probably how you're validating their behavior in your mind. But you know this person's got trauma, but this person clearly would lack that, like I've allocated that as victim mentality. So there is a part of you, even though you're putting them in the category of this, you would get so frustrated by how you were treated here, but the right collective, you just clearly can't move past it, right? But you definitely think they sit in worry and fear. And again, to the point that they would lose sleep. Look at all the swords here. So, again, really stuck in their mind over the communication that needs to be had, over them not speaking their truth, unanswered questions. But again, maybe because you believe this to be their personality, that's why. It's kind of that energy. They care too much. I'm going to be honest. That's what I'm feeling from this. All right, let's keep going with how you think they feel. I always say clarity readings can go either way. Sometimes they end up blowing me away, like completely magical, and other times they can be quite confronting. But clearly this collective, you need some clarity of what's really going on. And 10 of Swords at the bottom. A lot of swords around this person in your mind. Okay. One more for your top row. I love you guys. But they're going to call you. Unless, because I did feel this collective, there could have been something, because there's a reason you had or have had, I think you kind of still do, an expectation that this person should have sorted this shit out by now, right? So let it be you're reflecting on this should have happened or whatever the grievance was through incoming communication. But I do believe a part of you still believes hot and cold, they're hot and cold with wanting to come through, right? Okay, let's confirm. Remember what they're breaking free from. So this collective, you've clearly, maybe it's been a bit of cat and mouse with this person, but you've definitely had a chapter of putting excessive energy towards this person. Because I'm seeing this as collective, right? Do I think you're chasing this person? Clearly not. You're waiting for them to reach out, so you're not there blowing up their phone, but maybe you have gone through that kind of runner chaser cat and mouse dynamic with this person. But also you could really think that this person doesn't want to have to put all of this excessive energy to get this back on the same page. Like there could be a few things going on in your mouth, oh god, in your mind. But again, I saw that as collective straight away. Avoidant. Oh, we love when that card comes out. Jeez Louise. Oh. You really... I feel there has been some form of ignition. Maybe it's, been over the past week, month, couple months. I do feel something's happened here again with this middle row for the right collective. But again, this is what they're avoiding. The calling, messaging. They don't want to do it. This is how you think they're feeling, by the way. Like, this is what your brain is making you believe is going on. Or what you think your intuition is. Love that. Maybe. There's a part of you that really believes this person has had some form of activation. Maybe that makes sense with that 9 of Swords. Again, I will confirm everything. So that means you either did see some change in this person through their emotional evolution, or you haven't seen any change and you're thinking maybe the silence here is because they're going through something not just like deep, some form of dark night of the soul or some form of spiritual awakening. I want one more for that. Yeah, through their trauma, abandonment, something's kind of sparked this in them. So I feel this collective, you go back and forth, no contact at the bottom. They're either not wanting to confront this, they want to break free from it. It controls their emotion too much, right? Or you think in your mind, maybe they're activating, maybe they're going through a soul evolution, maybe they are really starting to delve in and have to face, unfortunately, through lessons, through tower moments in their life, how they treat others, but it's activating something inside of them. But either way, you think this person's very hot and cold. But when I feel this collective, you're more leaning towards this person. This is kind of done. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. hot and cold. Inner child healing, as we said it. So there is a part of you that believes a reason, this expectation of this person not fixing this, right, is because they're going through something. But again, their abandonment trauma makes them avoid this. You know deep down in your side, look at how your soul's seeing them, that this person needs to fix the mess that they've made, right? You know it. So again, you're trying to validate why this hasn't come through just yet. Okay, incoming communication. Denial. Sorry, I think that's a bit of you, because when... Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. When that came out, I couldn't help but laugh. I think you think you're in denial a little bit. I need to say, there's clearly something that's been left here, that you're not in denial, that a normal, emotionally balanced person would sort it out either way. Wanting to be with you or not, if someone's caused a big fire in your life, they would come in and soothe that fire. Someone that's emotionally mature, okay? That part of this, you're not in denial, but that's just the right thing to do. So you're not silly. You know this person needs to heal certain things, but does that mean you need to excuse this? No, it doesn't. But I do think you question your denial, and it makes you feel quite overwhelmed. Okay, and then we've got trauma at the bottom. All right, with Dark Night of the Soul. All right, so that's the main gist of the collective. I just want to see what your intention, what you think this person's true intention is towards you. Then we're really going to break it down and get really deep. Actually, I just want to see what you think their emotion is right now, especially with that Nine of Swords. Betrayal at the bottom. Okay, how do you think they're actually emotionally dealing with this situation? Oh my God, sneaky, the first card with Mars. Can I say this, my angels? And I've got a couple collectives here. You guys are connected to someone. They ain't emotionally avoidant. They're hiding secrets. I see this so much when people are dealing with other people. It's just the label. When you're not getting the outcome, they're an avoidant, they're a narcissist, they're a this, they're a that. Some people, and especially if you have memories of this person being very emotionally open, very conquering, not running when things were if you would have had memories of this person being quite free-flowing with their emotion. There's a reason this is coming up for this collective. I need to be honest, sometimes when people leave a certain way, yes, very emotional and unbalanced. They can be very unbalanced, or unfortunately you are who you hang around. If they're around a group of people that treat men, women that way, unfortunately it can rub off on them. Or as well, embarrassment. If someone really has done this and they're backed in a corner and they don't want to face their truth, especially if their truths are tied into their trauma, the skeletons in the closet, they just peace out. I ain't confronting that. Doesn't mean they're avoidant. It means they're self-unaware and they don't know how to deal with emotion when it comes to feeling backed in a corner, right? First card, you think they're going over their sneaky behavior. That their slyness, snake, their deviousness, how they hide things, deceitful, told you a lie, trying to trick you with something. So you think they're reflecting on that. And remember, Ten of Swords at the bottom. But that they're worried about having to be honest, maybe. Anxious, uneasy, concerned, troubled, very bothered by this, but they're apprehensive. They're feeling very burdened, very on edge. And hurt. So again, maybe you think they're a long sufferer, that Nine of Swords. I'd rather sit in pain than have to confront their truth, which means this collective, you would believe you've called them on something. You've seen something that they've denied. You've been gaslighted to believe you were wrong about something. There is a part of you that thinks they sit and stew over their deceit and it worries them and puts them in hurt, but they're choosing not to come forward. You know something about this person, right? So seeing this, it isn't just them More than none, I have to say, the right collective, I really do believe you think this is done. Watch from the beginning. But there is a part of your soul, you would believe this person, they're a long sufferer. I just want one more. Surprised that saving face card didn't come out, because I think I do believe that, wanting to break free, that maybe they're just, again, more over this situation. As we just said it before, that they've lost interest, this unfulfills them, it makes them feel stuck, that control, they're uninterested, they're not tempted anymore. So there's this, and then there's this. This collective, you're driving yourself crazy. Why do I feel this part is the truth, and that is you're not seeing yourself properly? Let's get one more. This one's going to be interesting. They're ashamed, embarrassed. As I said, this one I feel is true. I know this is how you feel, but I believe this is right. Just saying. They're embarrassed, guilty, red face, sorry, hanging their head in shame. They're disgraced. Ugh, truth. Sorry, we will see, but that's where my intuition's taking me. Okay. All right. Let's just get what you think their intention is. I'll just get two, and I'm going to break this down. Okay. That they're settling. So that pregnancy card that I heard as expectation straight away, there could be a part of you think this person's settling in life. 67 could be an important number. House you live in, house they live in, number to tie you to another person that came to your mind, car plate number or birthday, 6 of the 7th, 7th of the 6th, or angel number. Maybe you're just seeing that a lot. I know I'm not happy, or maybe you also think they're bored in their life. I know I'm not happy. I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties or the one that I'm with, even if I'm not entirely happy. So there's a part of you that, again, that long suffering, but maybe you believe they're a little bit restricted right now as well. But then again, you're 50-50, but then you believe they do want to break these barriers, but maybe these barriers are very confronting for them. There are so many barriers stopping us from being together. So the right collective, there's obstacles here. It's not just you guys getting back together and bloody sunshine and roses. Obstacles with people, like opinions, obstacles with distance, obstacles with age, obstacles with like culture. Like there's clearly things here that it's not just overcoming your emotion together. It's like there's so many other factors here to be able to make your relationship thrive, right? For the right collective. So you think their intention, they're very aware of the barriers, but there's a part of them that wants to put in the work to heal those barriers, but then they think my life's I'm just going to stay with what I've got right now. It's easier to deal with this than have to confront all of this. There are so many barriers stopping us from being together. I'm trying my best to become a better person. So you do think there's a part of them that's healing. So I can knock down these walls for you and eventually be with you. 41, 4th of the 1st, 1st of the 4th. One more. I know I said 2. I just get one more. Their intuition. 47. It finally dawned on me why I feel so drawn to you. There's something that you believe they're activating. Activating to the intensity of their emotion and this connection. Why I feel so drawn to you and why our connection is so intense but also scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelming emotion towards you. Scorpio and Cancer, either side, water signs could be important. Okay, we've got a lot going on around Scorpio at the, cosmically wise. Okay. Let's get into it. Before I really tap into how they really feel, I just want to get the universe's perspective. Then we're going to get their actual feelings, their emotions towards you, how they see you as a person. we'll see how that goes. This could be a movement reading, or it could literally be it's just kind of time to move on kind of reading. Okay, we'll see how this goes first. All right, universe's perspective. Universe's perspective on your dynamic. I want to do currently. Perspective currently. Oh, they've come out straight away. Oh, whoa. This is currently. Number 28 could be important, and the initial A. So masculine, and you've got the bridge here. 28th of this month could be important, or a memory. Okay, communication, uniting, connecting. There needs to be compromise in order to gain harmony, but this says overcoming barriers. Now, from collective's part, when it comes to communication, in your mind, this person's with communication. So for the universe, because there's a reason I say everything, for the universe to say currently that through communication and compromise, you can overcome barriers. This person ain't as bad as with communication as collective is making it out to be. So you guys are putting them in that category to kind of soothe what's been done here. Believe it or not, watch from the beginning. Because I felt that when I saw that mask energy. It's not that this person can't communicate. Remember when the emotions came out? I'm like, you're on the money here, right? I feel there's something this person doesn't want to confront. Okay, currently around this collective. Oh, you got the time has come. That's a good card. Okay, so right now makes sense. I think you're both standing alone. I don't think your 19th of June could be another important memory. I think there's certain things that there are changing when it comes to belief system and programming and kind of, you know, what over 85% of the population is bound to. There's clearly some form of mind transition happening for not just collective, but again, I think they're leading this energy right now. So like the masculine energy is, I say we embody, we both like yin and yang, but why do I feel this is really tied to that energy? I will confirm them all. This card's also about legal system. There could be something legally going on for this. I don't normally see that with this card. There could be some legal things in the background. Oh, secrets. Pisces energy. You got the High Priestess here. So there is mystery. There is things guarded and secrets here. It's saying trust your inner knowing. Maybe you've had access through your dream state, especially if you have prophetic dreams. Past life knowledge, past life knowing here. Secrets, trust your intuition. That's why things are guarded in silence. I knew it when I saw those emotions. It's divine feminine energy. 5th of December, 12th of May could be important. Birthdays, memories. That's a good card. We ain't seeing that here. Round you 12-12. Love that. Could be watching this at 12-12. You got the dolphins here. So this is again a card of effective communication. When there's things not hidden, this collective, you guys can effectively communicate. This person isn't an avoidant. Just watch from the beginning. Harmony, effective communication, humor, fun, in tune with others, in tune with each other. You need to trust more this collective in what you're feeling in your soul. That beginning part, I think maybe time or something here. It's just making your mind, you're trusting your overthinking, not your intuition. Out of all the cards we read for you guys about what you think is going on, it's this. It's those 3 cards that came out. That is what's going on. That's what I feel. And all of that other stuff is the mess. It's the in-between, which is cancelling out your inner knowing. You're thinking way too surface level. Okay, let's confirm. Currently. Oh, jeez. So this is the reconciliation card, the Divine Masculine. You've got 3 cards of harmony here. They're wanting to harmonize this reconciliation. So they've got reconciliation on their mind, giving you a gift, love, openness. They know they need to express themselves. Warmth and gratitude. 28th of September could be important. Flowers could be important. All right, bridge. Maybe you guys have a bridge between you guys you need to cross to access each other. You got the lighthouse. So there's obstacles clearly in your dynamic, but this is about you've got a guidance system shining over you guys right now. There is a safe passage, but there does need warning when it comes to whatever communication you guys need to compromise, harmonize, and overcome these barriers. There needs to be tact and diplomacy used. So remember how I deviated just really randomly at the start and I said, this person seems like they judge others, they're critical, moral evaluations, very kind of, that ain't gonna work here. There needs to be tact. There needs to be a diplomatic approach. The energy around you, especially with this first row, masculine with the wanting the reconciliation, I think they're in the background plotting a course of action, kind of strategizing. Is that good? No, it ain't. But that's what I'm feeling from this. 12th of July, 7th of December. Okay. Wow. The Eiffel Tower card. Wow. Perfect. You got the elephant here. So this programming belief system, if there is legal things here in the background, through really standing alone right now, I think maybe both of you are in a bit of isolation is what my intuition's leading me to for this collective. Obstacles are being removed. This collective's dream state is really activated right now for the right collective. You are getting messages through your dreams, and I feel this collective, you know it, right? You need to trust what your dreams are telling you. Gentle, lucid dreaming. You need to have your wits about you. Powerful, wise, trust. Very telepathically connected, this collective. I normally, you know what I say about telepathically connected in separate. I think it's unhealthy to, anyway, anyone that watches me regularly, I always say being in the same room as someone, testing your telepathy around people, beautiful. It's a magical experience. To believe you're telepathically connected to someone that you're in separation with, you don't talk with, you can't even, like, there's no way to confirm it. Sometimes if you're in separation but you've still got each other on socials, you can kind of see it that way. It's like you log on at the same time, or you message each other at the same time, or you know, you post something and they align to what you've posted, vice versa. You can see it that way. But when you are in separation and you have no access to one another, I just don't think think that you're telepathically connected. That's just my belief. Everyone's got their own beliefs. But this collective, I genuinely, now seeing this, I think you are so telepathically bound to this right now that this is where you probably think, am I in denial? Am I crazy? Because I'm literally feeling this person has been anxious this whole time, right? But because you haven't had that green light, that expectation, watch from the beginning, hasn't been met, you're just thinking, am I losing my marbles? I feel this person is constantly accessing you because this is underneath the belief system changing, right? Again, I don't think it's healthy to to believe that when you're not in someone's presence, but this collective, it wouldn't have come out of my mouth if you weren't meant to hear it. Like I feel it. Just reading the universe's part. Especially because the high priestess, you know the answers, but the time is sending you a little bit like, but again, we will confirm with their part. But this is what anyway. Have confidence, as we said it. So high priestess, trust your inner knowing. Have confidence. You're being guided. Oh, as we said it. Your instincts are right. They're saying believe in your power. This is just testing your resilience right now. 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 5th. As I was reading your part, I ain't even going to lie, I was feeling just a big, messy karmic debris. Like, get rid of all that fluff right now. Trust your inner knowing, this collective. Again, watch from the beginning. 7-7. White wolf. I always see Game of Thrones when I see this beautiful white wolf. You could love Game of Thrones. Maybe you guys used to watch that together, or I don't always bring it up, but I heard it just then. Maybe you just started watching it again. Okay, so right now there is clouds, and I think because you're not effectively communicating, this is why you now think they're X, Y, and Z. Again, watch from the beginning. So you cannot see this dolphin energy. Thoughts, problems, hesitation beyond your view. You can't see it. You're clearly not meant to see it, right? At the moment. But trust the higher self, your third eye, your high priestess. You can feel it within you, but because the action hasn't been taken, you're like, the belief system you're trying to break free from. Rise above this outlook. Trust on your true abilities. Focus on your higher self, your third eye. You have come out as the falcon and as the high priestess and the white wolf. Your very first row is them like, over this reconciliation. There's clearly a reason the clouds are being activated. They're wanting you to stand in sense of self and strength. Last one. Oh, perfect. Be open-minded, seeing both sides through the chameleon, the deception. There's something changing right now. Focus on business maybe. There could be, this is a mother card as well. Boss, CEO, judge, life coach, mother bear, mama bear, protector, finances, benefits. This, I don't normally read it, but this says strong, large, hairy, and muscular. I don't know why that, anyway, that could be a detail. 15th of October, let's get one more. Or bears could be an important sign for you. I'm hearing that spiritual, and the fox, the spiritual hibernation. I do think there's something about activation here. But their self-interest, their sly, crafty behavior, something's not right, sleight of hand. That's why they avoid the emotion here. Huge confirmation. But still, this is why I think they fret. Let's get one more for them. You've got the divine pairing. Breathe. Breathe. You both fret about this, so you're putting more fear into your thread. One more. 28, 29. Jupiter, and we're in retrograde. It's expanding. Expansion, optimism, growth, luck, making stable changes, destiny. A turning point is coming. Good fortune. Have gratitude. And again, the time has come at the bottom with the lady beetle on the other side. All right, let's break it down. All right, I'm going to cleanse everything. I'm going to actually use the same deck, see if you're really mirroring and reflecting. But I'm going to add a couple more decks for them. Okay, just give me, for you guys, it'll be a millisecond. All right, my loves, just quickly before we really get into them, I was just called to get these. This is my movement deck. So if I'm only going to allocate confession or communicate, right? If they don't come out, I'm going to pull 3 cards. There's no movement this week. It's just a clarity reading, okay? It's just because you got so many December dates in the universe's part. Okay, let's just quickly... All right. Oh, I hope you're not doing any magic work. You got love spell. Okay, 3 cards. Love spell. Breakup. Oh my God. You got it. I hope you guys aren't doing energy work. That's my magic card. Last week, I had so many collectives. There was energy work being done. It was weird. All right, I'm going to have to confirm these. All right, how many days? 4. So it's the first here. That'll take you to the 4th or 5th. Okay. For breakup to come with this confession, that's the theme of it. That's why this person's been hiding their emotion. There's something hidden here. And this collective, you know it. Okay. Let's confirm. Feeling bewitched. Caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. If there has been energy work being done in the background, especially if you have a cat, your cat will let you know. They'll be bringing dead mouse, dead rats, even dead birds. I find my Salem, when she's letting me know something, this is going to sound so gory and gross, but she will like decapitate whatever she's playing with when it's something quite severe, right? And she leaves it at my front door. So your cats let you know. Dogs are the protectors of the earthly plane. Cats are the protectors of the spiritual plane. So if there's a reason I'm going into detail. Your cat's acting funny. They're leaving you little presents and in a really weird way. Just be careful. Cleanse yourself, protect yourself, but don't overwork yourself either. Okay, last week I had so many collectives overworking themselves because feeling this way. And you know what? I say it all the time. Any kind of energy work interference, it could come from subliminals or trying to manifest someone because you've got there. And this collective, you're a high priestess. You're a falcon, right? Watch the whole thing. So if this is something special, they'd be very connected in the mind as well. So anyone that does anything where you've just got to focus on of someone's face in your mind, you're doing energy work. Okay, so just don't overwork yourself. Don't you be doing any but there is a detail about this, right? So there's a reason I say everything within the next few days. If you get a little present left at your door or your animal, or even if you just find some form of, unfortunately passed away animal on your path, I feel that's a sign for this collective. Just saying. Through their deceit. Watch the whole reading. Lie, pants on fire. Oh, well, that's clearly what needs to be confessed. Ugh. So maybe they're moving. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you lived with each other and they just ran and moved. Maybe that's part of the confession. And well, we know passion, action, there could have been something to do with that. They could be a fire sign, you could be, but wands in tarot days. But maybe this person has some form of sexual desires, or maybe they lead with passion and impulse. Maybe this is underneath confession. Okay, so one more. Oh, it's manifestation. You could see it. Universes, this collective, your first part, your first card in the universe's perspective, this person wanting this reconciliation, right? But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why I feel like I'm irritated in this part. From what I can see, this collective here, all the effective communication, using tact, using compromise, needing to harmonize. There's something here that this irritation I'm feeling reading this collective. You're not meant to be irritated. There's something about the clouds over the dolphins, right? But you need to come from your highest perspective, your higher self, for the right collective. So maybe this is how you feel in the midst of whatever this is. So this is a sign for you to breathe when you feel this. Maybe you shouldn't be moving with fire and passion, and you need to find that tact within and express yourself in a more kind way. Anyway, we're about to get into them, but this person's buying. So remember I said the telepathy. Again, watch the whole thing. You can feel them. You ain't crazy. Remember how I just burst out in laughter when that incoming communication with the denial came out? Oh, you ain't crazy. Okay. Okay, so how they really feel. How they're really feeling right now. How are they really feeling towards the collective. Okay. Stop it! Because I made a point to deviate about this. Watch the whole reading. So they can feel it too. So this little spy, they are watching you. We went into so much detail about that. So you are definitely bringing up some things that need to be healed when it comes to more motherly, maternal trauma. Chaos. They're feeling a storm. So that Nine of Swords, you're right. They're feeling a storm. I'm seeing my Tower with that. I'm going to get Tarot next, just how we did with you guys. How they're viewing you. Gosh, how you're viewing this person ain't good. Just saying. Just, you are feeling this a little bit, so they are focusing out, obsessing, but then trying to distract the control. You got trying to break free from control of this. They're trying to distract, reevaluate when it comes to the attention on this, especially if they're feeling a storm through it. One more for focus. Or it could be dynamics with them, but the triggers here, how triggering it is. But they're trying to distract from this, and I'm saying this in a loving way. Watch the whole thing. You've got, anyway, let it be friendships, let it be trying to go, I can't see them. Could be love situations. Let's get one more. Friends. It's friends. So they could be trying to, by cleansing and clearing, trying to go. I stop myself from trying to go out and have a good time. Normally when you're in an emotional, overwhelming chaos, I find people tend to try and more isolate, not even try. It's just they kind of start cutting themselves off from the world. If they're going out and trying to distract, it could be them cleansing and clearing certain friendships though as well, I just heard. Because remember the universe's perspective, you're both standing alone right now, right? I think this is more them. This chaos could be coming from family, friends as well. Again, watch the whole thing. One more for your top row. But when they think of you, remember you've got breaking barriers you think their intention is. So for the right collective, friendship and maybe family dynamics are part of the barriers here. Because when they think of you, look at the other things they're thinking about. And addictions. Definitely obsessive thought pattern, but maybe there's someone that's prone to numb their emotion away. That's not good. You want to hope they're overcoming that. Okay, telepathy, cycles. So replaying over in your mind from past cycles that you guys have had. Oh, so because of their trauma, so this they're reflecting on ghosting here. So the way that they left this, and I kept saying for the right collective in the start, something's happened here where you know this person, anyone that was emotionally mature would have come through to solve a situation, right? That was a big thing for you guys. Now, clearly they know this behavior comes from a traumatized place, that they know for this to come through with the healing, they know this behavior is not healthy. One more for that. They could have just put up a boundary with a mother as well. Like in this kind of way, that's not good. But anyway. Abandonment, you got that. So it is part of their abandonment why they do this. But again, abandoning you again in this way. Chaos, smack bang in the middle. Look at all the things that add to their storm when they think of you. So it ain't as easy as just, and we said that with the breaking barriers, there's so many factors here that stop this collective from coming into alignment. Oh, truth! That is where they get their most fear. What you've said, watch the whole thing. That, your psychic abilities causes the biggest storm, smack bang in the middle. This collective, you are so on the money. Remember, I stopped myself to say everything you're thinking is rubbish, but this part. This part, those cards that came out, I knew in that moment, read, that's your block. It's what they're hiding. Anyway, watch the whole thing. Smack bang middle row. What causes this thunder through their soul is what you've seen. Okay? And what you've been gaslighted to make you believe you have not seen. And they know it. Just saying. Okay, let's get one more. Yeah, the intensity. This says love bombing, but the explosion of emotion within. I see this as this collective, powerful. High Priestess Falcon. Oh, this makes so much sense. Okay, but destiny. So they're starting to understand the blocks here and why it's added to the cycles. They're starting to recognize repeated cycles. That's a good thing. Addictions. I want 2 for that. Because I'm also feeling obsession with that card. Babe, you got that. So it's either expectation or there is a detail about pregnancy for this collective. But fate, 100%. This person's a little bit obsessed here. Written in the stars, blueprint. Especially if you guys lost a baby or something, or this is something that they mentioned. Something you guys, like literally not just feeling fate with seeing you, but something to do with a pregnancy that they're really thinking about. Last one. Okay, well that's a lot for the last one, but definitely going over this no contact. Whoa, that's good. That's how the universe, first row, divine masculine, divine feminine, reconciliation. Unexpected. This collective, this says knock knock, like someone at your door, but I can't see this person just showing up at your door. Not with what you guys have gone through, but it's all catching them up unexpectedly, going over their attachments, their avoidance, anxiety, codependency, but wanting this new beginning. New start, fresh start, new chapter, taking that leap of faith. Oh, I want one more. It's just, with those purple cards, to have that coming in that quickly, I was just expecting this person to have more things about movement here, which makes me believe, like, you got 4 days, right? They haven't made their mind up. They're sitting here avoiding this, right? Which makes me feel, just reading it, something's clearly going to happen in their life in the next 4 days, some form of ignition, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Tower energy to accelerate that decision, right? Because you've got, I know you've got this, it's stewing, but you don't have the movement, you don't have the surprise call, you don't have the, like, and we only allocated 2 cards and that confession card came out. So I don't feel this, it's brewing, but I feel this comes from some form of divine intervention here. I want one more. Okay, so they are seeing you as home. And there's something about home in those purple cards, wasn't it? I'm sure there was. Window to their soul. Your eyes could look like that. Their eyes could. So you're heavily on their mind. I think their life right now, let's be real. But anyway, I quickly want to get tarot. I want to see how they're seeing you. Again, I don't know if it's going to be the best, because look at how this collective, you were seeing them. And again, I don't think they've made their mind up yet. But anyway, let's just confirm. Okay. It's so funny. I just put that deck up and look what it split on. Like, it knocked another card. So maybe they do see you as irresistible. I can't resist you. Oh, this is a very... let's see. Okay, how they're viewing you as a person. Do I want this deck, or do I want... I'm just going to change decks quickly. Okay. Oh, that flicked on me. Okay. They could feel your hot... Oh, well, we know that. We know that. Your gifts scare them. They could think that you're reflecting on a lot here, but again, very mysterious. You're presenting very mysterious. They see you as a divine feminine. You see this world, this collective. That's a running theme for you, and the universe is making sure you know it. The universe said you're a high priestess, you're a falcon. Get your together, trust your inner knowing. This person, your psychic abilities creates a storm, and now it's come out as well. Now, Saturn's gift, fruits of your labor, your hard work, your dedication. But also, I do think here, I think this person is thinking you were holding back something here. Maybe you're not letting on as much as they believe that you do really know. Hold on, I want... It's funny, this card says a long-term investment, and I do think this person sees you as a long-term longevity. It's not something short-term. I think this person really envisions kind of that 10 of cups, right, with you. It's not just a little whoa. So you've started completely again since this. They've seen your change. They've seen your evolution. They've seen and remember that childlike you have within. But the way you just jump in and take a leap of faith, you seem like a very confident person from the energy I'm getting up, right? So when it comes, this literally says an entrepreneur, so you could be an entrepreneur, but the way you've started, the way you take risks, the way you just take a leap of faith, the way you jump into the unknown, you're someone I know this has come up and she's quite mysterious, but I'm more seeing that that's the gifts that they see in you, right? But they've got this impression and this remembrance of you. When you want something, you just get it, and you're not doing that for them right now, right? So again, remember that chase of the cat and mouse. I think this person has doubts here because they're so used to you. When you want something, nothing will stop you, right? They're not getting that energy from you. So they know, or they think, there's a lot more here that you know that maybe you don't even know, or you could know that you are holding back, right? I do think they think you reflect on this, but a part of me, a little bit like you, if kind of that energy, if they wanted to, they would. And you guys know I hate that saying. Okay. But since then, because here's the start of the story in tarot, right? I feel there's such a soul evolution with you, and this person might compare. It's like you've created a completely different life. They're still stuck in the exact same life that they had left you in. That's not when they left you. Does that make sense? Right, collective, that'll make sense. I don't feel this person's gone through any big changes like you, or in their eyes. Again, we're reading how they see. 8 of Wands. Go, go, go. You're so rapid moving. So this is literally a card of good news. So many big opportunities that are constantly aligned to you, right? This is a big thing for this person. However long it's been, I feel you've completely changed, not just as a person, but your life. Like you've literally created a new life. They've done nothing. Sorry, this is how they feel. It's the comparison of, I think it's the same people, the same situations, the same kind of grievances with jobs, the same grievances with, like they're still on the same roundabout of shit. And you, in their eyes, just progressively grow, right? This card specifies social media. You could be on social media, but you're always in some form of positivity, positive karma, good karma. They notice this. And this card does say communication. Maybe your communication skills. If they're seeing you as a high priestess, you'd have a way with words. Magician and your magic, creator of anything, your willpower, determination. You'd be very strong in this person's eyes. And again, the effective 9 of Cups. They're seeing you as a wish for them. But the way I describe this nine of Cups, they've seen what you've gone through. They know you know your worth. The only reason she's preparing for that 10 of Cups is because she's become smart, right? That Cups journey, gut-wrenching. You get to this point, the reason you're emotionally fulfilled is because you've learned how to fill them up the right. So you're so selective of who you let in to sip at those cups, because boy, oh boy, you don't want to go through that Cups journey again, right? They can see you see yourself. You're emotionally fulfilled. You're sitting in a very vibrant life. They probably feel that your wishes have already come true, right? Why would they want me at their table? Wishes granted, luxury lifestyle. You're harmonized. You've got good fortune. You're successful. You're in a state of security. You sit in blessings and abundance. Look at the difference. Like this collective, look how you view them. I'm being called to get one more for this High Priestess. Anyone that's with you should love you as a person, especially spiritual people. It's hard to align with someone that can stand in confidence and by your side. You are a true psychic medium, gift to this world. Watch the whole thing. You need someone that moves through life with honesty. They see your gifts as causing the chaos. And that's exactly what happened in the journey deck. The thunderstorm chaos with your psychic abilities, the card of chaos, the card of obstacles, the card of fights, the card of arguments, all about your gifts within. You see their soul. And I knew it when we got those emotions, the sneaky, the ashamed, that is the block here. Because they're clearly not the most honest person. So until they can overcome this and stand in strength by your side and not hide things from you, it'll never work. Sorry, I have to say it for this collective. And you should hide who you truly are because of someone's skeletons in their closet. Double confirmation. This causes the drama in their eyes. They've blamed it on that when it's their shady behavior. Last one. Queen of Swords. You could be a bit cutthroat. Oh, very passionate. Maybe they see you as a bit of a player. Maybe they think that you have a lot of options here. But action, go-getter, you're funny, lustful, driven, adventurous, flirty. They could see that you're very flirty. But remember that irresistible sexual desire. That's another thing here. But this Queen of Swords, I think, I said it before, I think you'd have a way with words, this collective. Okay. All right, I want to get their actual emotion right now, and then we'll see their intention, and we'll roll the dice. Oh, well, no, 3 days. So we'll see what's coming this week ahead. Oh, they're moody right now. Temperamental, sulking up and down. They're unsettled. They're feeling unstable. And there's a reason I kept saying, like, the comparison of lives, like, as I was reading your part. And remember what they're reflecting on when they think of you. They're thinking of family, friends. They're like, how... I think they've been unstable for a long time. Let's be real. Oh, that's sad. You want to hope they're not. I kept bringing up long suffering. They could be, and if they're depressed, that's sad. Unhappy, sorrow, deflated, feeling empty, grief, dissociating from the pain. Oh. It's too many, but I do think they try and stay calm. I think, again, long suffering. They might not even know that they're thinking that you think they've moved on. The board. So they think that you've moved on. And this is probably why they're so depressed and moody. You're focusing on other things. You're unaffected. Maybe they think you're that calm energy, that you're not interested anymore. You've detached. And again, that would make sense with that Knight of Wands. You're flirty, you're seductive, you're this and that. They probably think you're out there having the time of your life, that you're happy. You're feeding each other's threads right now. Watch from the beginning. You put your loyalty somewhere else. This has come out of you in the past few weeks. So they remember you being very loyal. That would drive them crazy then if they think your loyalty is somewhere else. They could be feeling a real loyalty towards you right now, like emotionally, and this is adding to the moodiness and the depression. But I think it's more you giving this away now. But how faithful, true, how genuine you were, that your loyalties were always with them. Oh, that's possession. You're mine. Jealousy. So this would really annoy them, make them moody. You're mine, jealous, monitoring. We know they are monitoring, watching. You're bringing up their insecurities. And again, I'm just how I was comparing lives. That would make them feel insecure. All right, last one. and it shows that they haven't made their decision. You can see it through these parts. There's still so much fear, worried about the reaction from you, the chaos because of what you see, right? How they gaslighted you as well. I kept bringing that up. Power play, provoking you. I think they know that they deserve a reaction, but they're scared to confront what will be that reaction. Again, you got confession, not communicate. Just saying. All right, let's get their true intention. Pisces could be important, but this card is about how they used to view relationships as absolute security, illusion. So any kind of, that's toxic. They never really viewed what love or how love should really be. They just had this really weird impression of what things should look like, especially when it came to connections. I had an idealistic view on what relationships should look like. You challenged that perspective and made me question my whole value system. I didn't understand what you were trying to teach me then, but I do now. 93 could be important again. No way. So they do. 24, twin flame. Stop it. That means they're activated. If they know about this, they're activated to the three cards. They know about that. Oh, the barrier, you got the barriers, they got the difficult differences. Such a twin thing. So they are going over the barriers, and that is why there's so much in their energy. Hold on. Sorry. I need to get these divine truth cards now. One more. Okay. So they are thinking about it already. I thought they were not even close to making their decision. I'm releasing fears and stepping out of my comfort zone to come closer to you. So it's brewing. It really is brewing. Being guided. Love this card. My spirit guides are helping me assist with this divine connection with new insight. So they are opening some form of activation frequency. Fantasizing. I fantasize our future and the kids. The fate. Home, kids, vacations, I want it all, but they're still a bit confused. Okay, so it's brewing, but they're still stopping themselves a little bit. And they would, what would add to it is that they think you've moved on. Let's confirm these. So you had a really, not just love connection, but a friend's bond here. I'm going to say past. We shared everything with one another. You always got me and I got you. This is what's helping them step out of their comfort zone. One more. And we said it before, divine intervention's about to take place. But I always say divine intervention, that comes from it's not. There's something that's about to happen. This person doesn't know. You don't know. Only the divine knows, which will really put them out of their comfort zone, right? Remember we said that at that time, whatever part of the reading, and now this has come up over this as I'm saying, oh, it is brewing. Trust in divine timing. They don't know this. This is the divine saying, don't you worry. This will be pushed when it's meant to be pushed. There's something you need to change as well, this collective. This next conversation, tact, diplomacy, compromise to create harmony. When I got those purple decks, I felt the frustration coming through me. This collective, you're not ready for this conversation. You need to trust this is going to come when you're not going to blow it, right? You're their muse. They're nervous. You're my muse. You're my inspiration. You ignite my soul. Oh, their untrustworthiness. How am I going to get a future with all my lies and my bloody... I've made mistakes and lied in the past. Will you ever trust me again? This is them right now. How am I going to get this? And this is where they go over your psychic abilities and the chaos. Oh, gosh. That's your block. But they are playing, they're confused though. So they stop. They stop. I'm preparing a love offer for you. You'll be surprised and shocked, but then they're confused. They're like, should I, shouldn't I? They've moved on. I have to talk about this. I'm not ready to talk about that. Like, you can see it. The reunion. Oh, the force of love, the force of reunion is unstoppable. We will be together as one. Last one. They're in their heartbreak. So they are depressed, moody, what they're going over. The wrong choice was made, and now I'm sitting in pain over losing you. And this depressed card is because of all the listening to everybody else, right? You got depression twice. Okay. So the twin flame card, our differences drove us apart. It made it angered me that you didn't understand where I was coming from. It's still playing. I think it's more them. They're now starting to understand. They didn't understand where you were coming from. I think this person has always judged you for your craft because they were confronted by your craft. Good. First step. This person needs, I said it before, they need to be confident to stand by your side. I've been working on my self-worth and I'm recognizing the issues that have been holding me back. I'm trying to heal myself by loving myself first. Love it. Yes, underneath it. Stop. Out of all cards to confirm the twin flame, you got the big yes. Yes, absolutely. So they really do understand about this journey. That's crazy. That's good. That's good. True divine collective here. Listening to everybody's opinions with the difficult differences. The ears, the depressed card. Drinking the Kool-Aid. I followed blindly to what everyone was telling me. They made me believe our relationship wasn't real and it was a waste of my time. That's their own fault. They need to heal that. Tower moment. I said that a few times. Okay. Let's see what's coming in this week ahead. Age difference, that could be another obstacle here. Hold on. I want to get a moon card quickly. I just want advice for you guys because there's something you need to be calm when this comes in for the right. Okay. A fiery climax. Stop it. You need to breathe. Do you see those only two cards that are up? I knew it. This collective. You need to breathe. When that purple card, I've been cool, calm. I've actually been in a very mood in this reading. And then that purple deck came out and I could feel my energy was like, ugh. That's something happens here. This fiery climax, you need to breathe before doing something silly. Bring love into the situation. Oh, God. Communication is key. What is going on? So bring love into the situation. Communication is key. This fiery climax, you need to breathe and use tact and diplomacy. You're so close to achieving your goals. This collective, it'll be you. It'll be you. I had a collective a couple weeks ago and I said, you guys, you will either move this forward or self-sabotage it. It's going to be you and your reaction. Bring love. Communicate effectively. Fiery climax. The universe is saying wusa. Okay? You don't want to put... I think this is like you either get it done this time or you're waiting another 9 months, a year. Like I'm telling you, this collective, you can see it. You think divine timing is because of them. I think it's more because of you. I think it's more you guys. One more. Or nothing will come of the situation. As I said it, it's like you've got one chance to get this right. Oh. Everything we've said, all readings, but everything we've said has been confirmed, like, as we're saying it. One more. You got to work through your fears. It will be the past. Look at the bigger picture. Don't hold on to the fluff. We kept saying it. What's your bigger picture? If they see you as a twin flame, you've been seeing them as a twin flame. Why let society's belief system interfere here? That was a huge part. The way you're categorizing them and this and that, that's the belief system you're breaking free from. You're putting yourself back into bloody 90% of the population. You guys aren't that. You're 1% of the population. Look at the bigger picture with what comes next. It's not about being a doormat and being all loving, but it's not about accusation. It's just you've got to be calm, collected. Move as if you were talking to a bloody work colleague. Be neutral. Don't let emotion lead the way. I'm about to get tarot, but you can see it already. This is supposed to be a time for healing. Step outside of your... So they're stepping out. True mirrors, reflections. You need to step outside of your comfort zone. You both need to here. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're going to see their action, how you should deal with it, and what... I don't think the universe will show... I'm feeling it's not set in stone. I don't think an outcome will be here. It comes to how you deal with it. All right. They're going to moon in reverse. So they're releasing all the fear. They'll be truthful. They'll be truthful. They're ready to really hold the line here and put the effort in here. I think they're expecting boundaries. It's a card of persistence. So they're not expecting a quick fix. So it doesn't need to be rushed, but they're coming through. No fear, anxiety. They're trusting. Oh, a little bit of Nine of Swords. You see them in... Maybe they're going to talk about the obsessions here, the addictions. That was part of it. They could really more talk about certain karmic attachments, toxicities, the lies here. The illusions they've been bound to now that the moon's in reverse. Let's get one more for that. Oh. That went on me. There's big decisions. You've got confession coming, so they're clearly going to open up about some things here. I normally see this as my card of future planning and opportunities. I can't see them really... I think it's things in their shadow that have stopped them from coming in and future planning and moving this forward with you, right? I do think they're going to open up about this. There's something that they open up about that's clearly going to get you a little bit fiery climax that you need to breathe with. So they are wanting to progress. They're wanting to progress, and they know the only way to progress with you is honesty. They know it. So I think this person would be a fool if they're trying to hide more things. I can't see that. I think this is what they're opening up to, but there will be scarcity behind them. Confession, Seven of Swords in reverse. So they will. Confession. So they will. That's coming. Universe is confirming. You got to get out of your mind. I feel this person is going to literally come in and rip off the Band-Aid. I don't know if it's you thinking there's more that needs to be spoken about or what it is. The universe is confirming. They're coming in. This unworkable energy, they're wanting it to work. They're coming in, pricked consciousness. They want to discuss and resolve, right? It's that coming clean energy. The moon in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. It's to talk about this devil energy here. And again, remember, they're going to be persistent. They know it's not going to be easy. They're expecting a bit of a reaction. Don't give them a reaction. The universe is saying you need to breathe through this. This is going to be very hard for this person, right? This is where the compromise and the tact being diplomatic, seeing both sides. Someone to walk through life with this, it's something painful, right? I know, unfortunately, you've now, because of what they hide, have had to be inflicted the pain of behavior. I get it. But this collective, 1% of the population come from a higher perspective, right? Remember, you guys, unconditional love, forgiving and forgetting, acceptance, understanding. Should you have been treated like this? No. This must be something very, very painful that makes them act this way. Sign, as I said it. All right. Empress, that's how you... Lovers, they want the reconciliation. They want to harmonize. They want the partnership here. They're coming in honest. This is big. Right smack bang in between this devil two. You've got the 7 of Swords in reverse and the moon. Like, they know this is going to... Fiery climax. That's all I'm going to say. 10 of Cups, we split it on. Okay. You guys. How you should react. That's exactly what I think you need to do. Sit, pause, reflect, breathe. Reflect. You've come so far. This Ace of Swords, don't push. This is going to be... Don't push for more truths. You've got 2 cards here of epiphany and breakthrough, right? This could be huge for you. You need to take things at face value. And you need to be calm. You need to surrender. And maybe you need to choose a little bit of silence if you're getting overwhelmed. Clarity, truth, enlightenment, communication, more information, vision, expansion. This could expand. Don't be picking and prodding for more information. Peace, calm. And remember, this is something, look at the bigger picture. Hanged Man, it's never not been there. It was all destined, right? For this time to come down, right? It was part of your contract. It's just been stuck. Chariot. Your journey, remove the obstacles. This could really move you forward. Don't rush it. But look at it as finally obstacles being removed. Very nice. Empress. This collective, you'll need that. One more. But they are saying protect yourself. That's fine. That's fine. You don't need to be all, You might need to really, they're saying protect yourself, boundaries. Don't be defensive though. Lol, don't be hypersexual or angry either. That's what it says. But you don't need to be... This has potential to change so much. You do need to protect, like I said, just be neutral, right? You don't need to just rush everything. Just be calm, centered, come from a higher perspective. This could really create a sun energy, right? Things are going to be illuminated. Happiest card in the deck. I don't even want to get potential because I can't see this being set in stone, but I'll get... Oh, that's good. What's it with? Oh my God! You got 2 about moving on from the shit. Sailing off into the sunset. You could really come into a world here because this is what's been blocking you from your new start, right? Finally removing the old, sailing off from the old, the storm, sailing into the sunset, tranquility, situations resolved, peace, harmony, emotionally fulfilled and centered, success, wholeness. I didn't think the universe would show me. I think this is what potentially could happen, right? But it all comes down to how you guys deal with it. It all comes down to this. They've got that's true, honest intention there. That it's you guys. Are you going to be angry? I don't know why people think boundaries have to come through anger. Like, biggest thing is, if you need to take a pause, take a pause. Focus on removing obstacles, not wanting, like, I know this person's wanting reconciliation. You guys have got a lot to overcome. Doesn't need to be rushed. but let's get one more. Beautiful, nice, balanced, charismatic, warm-hearted, sensitive emotion. Use intelligence here. This says devotion here, and something that you can really rely on with Emperor at the bottom. This could be something dependable, reliable, faithful, beautiful, but that takes time to build. Don't have expectation. Last one. Two of Cups. Treat each other as equal. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. Look at the bigger picture. Soulmate connection, in love, union, harmony, a happy relationship, reconciliation. This could be your reconciliation point. Or nothing will come from, remember those moon cards. That's this collective. You, biggest thing, breathe. Just breathe. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got my lightning. Oh my God, you got the fiery climax charm as well. Good luck. Oh, good luck. Very quick, it could come through a storm. Oh, the strawberry. Remember my little strawberry story the other day? The seeds on a strawberry are ovaries. Maybe you guys, since if you heard that, you stopped eating them like I did once upon a time. But babies, or you could be eating strawberries watching this. Lapis lazuli, communication. You could have just bought a lapis lazuli. Triple moon goddess. Well, we know that this collective, you're powerful. Garnet could be your birthstone. Big pearl. I think this person's finding their pearl, but pearl could be your birthstone as well. Candle wax. You could work with flames. Angel aura quartz in the crescent moon. Maybe you're a crescent baby or this person. The labradorite. And FVF. Okay. Oh, 2. Duality. All right, important dates, memories, birthdays. 4th of the 2nd, 2nd of the 4th, 24. 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 5th, 25th of the 7th, 19th of the 3rd, 17 by itself. 17 could be an important number for you guys. 2-2. 2-2-2. Unexpected blessings, miracles, duality. 17th of the 2nd, 24th of December. Christmas Eve could be an important memory, birthday. Date coming up, 19th of the 12th could be another important date, or 4th of the 12th, 12th of the 4th. 124, angel number. You could be watching this at 124. Or 123. All right, I love you guys. Have a good day.